Hi, my spooky friends. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. So today I am bringing you my seasonal TBR. So I like to collect books that I read seasonally to kind of get immersed in the season. And I've started to do this a lot more recently, and it's been really fun to do. I pick out books that I feel fit the season, books that I want to read, projects I want to work on, and of course we are entering the best season of the entire year, which is autumn and fall. This is my favourite season. If you're here and you're watching this, you're obviously a spooky person too. This is the time for pumpkin spice, leaves falling, pumpkins, and all of the witchy kind of vibes. So I am going to be really enjoying the autumn season, especially within Edinburgh. Edinburgh is stunning during autumn, and also I am going to Canada for Halloween, so that's going to be really exciting. I can't wait to kind of film some more content around that later in the season, but today I'm going to be sharing with you the books that I hope to read during the autumn season. So to start with, this is a more recent book that I've hauled from the Abominable Book Box, which is Smother Moss by Alyssa Allering. This is a debut novel, very gothic thriller story that's set in the 1980s within the Appalachian Mountains, and so it does sound like it's going to be an incredible read. It's going to be super short, and I'm really excited to get into it. Look at how stunning this cover is. So nice. Also the green, it does scream autumn to me because of the green and the oranges and the skulls. I don't know too much about it because I'm not reading the entire synopsis. If you have been around, I've said this many times in my videos, but I'm not trying to read synopses anymore. I'm going into books kind of more blind so that I get a more immersive experience. I don't go into it with any preconceived ideas, unless it's a author that I've read from before and I have high expectations for the story. But yeah, really looking forward to delving into this. Next up is Autumn Crow High by Cameron Chansey. This is a story that was gifted to me by Kat from Kat's Novel Adventures last year. It's an old school 90s style Halloween story. Really looking forward to reading this. I know that she really enjoyed it, and a lot of other content creators have really loved this kind of story and this author as well. So it does delve into the young adults' obsession with horror and Halloween. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one closer to the Halloween season and really getting into that spooky vibe. Next up, we have a classic story that I've been meaning to read for a while, and that is Something Wicked This Way Comes by Ray Bradbury. So I've read my first Bradbury book recently, which was The Halloween Tree, and absolutely adored the writing style and really loved the delivery of that story. So I am very intrigued to read this one. This is definitely a classic story. It's been around for a while. Loads of people love it. They adore the writing, the story. So for me, it was something I wanted to pick up earlier in the year, but because it has more autumn vibes, it was something that I thought I should leave until closer to the spooky season. So that is why it's not going to be included in this fall autumn TBR. I'm really excited because it does look incredible. I know there's a movie as well, I think. So I will probably end up watching that movie, and you may see a book versus movie video at some point for this story. But I'm really excited and cannot wait to delve into Ray Bradbury's writing again. And hopefully this one kind of is at the same level as The Halloween Tree as well, because I love that book. So yeah, super excited to read Something Wicked This Way Comes. And do let me know in the comments if you've read any of these. I would love to know your thoughts and what you think I will enjoy. Do you think I will like this? If you've read it, do let me know. We have another book that by the cover screams autumn, and that's Our Hideous Progeny. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is by C.E. McGill. This is a gothic story, and it's centered around the story of Frankenstein. So I didn't really enjoy Frankenstein. If you know me, you know I'm more of a Dracula fan, but I'm intrigued to read Frankenstein adjacent, Frankenstein inspired stories, because I feel like I do like those more than the original story. So I thought I should pick this up and read it during the autumn season because it does scream autumn. And if you've read it, do let me know if it is a book that is suitable for the season, because I would really love to be immersed in the world during the right season. Next up, we have a witchy book, which is The Coven by Lizzie Fry. This is a story that was gifted to me by my mother maybe 2 years ago now, and I've just never gotten around to picking it up. But because it is centered around the theme of witches, I thought it would be the perfect time to read it during the spooky season, and to maybe create a vlog for witches and exploring the themes behind witch stories and all of that side of things. So this one does have a lot of feminine based writing because it says at the top, there's nothing more frightening than powerful women. So I feel like this is going to be a very feminist based story, which I'm here for. I really love when my witchy stories have a feminist point of view. And yeah, I'm excited to delve into the coven and explore what the witches are like in this story. Then the next book I want to read is a Scottish story. Since moving to Scotland, I've been really wanting to read a lot more Scottish based books, and I have kind of implemented those recently. So I guess to continue that aspect of my reading, I'm going to be reading another Scottish book, and this time this book is set in Edinburgh, and it's set in the 1900s, and that is Luckenbooth by Jenny Fagan. So this is a story I know not a lot about, shock, but I do know that it's set in Edinburgh. This book is sold everywhere in different areas of Edinburgh, and I luckily found this in a charity shop, and it's literally like brand new. It's not even creased or anything. I don't think it's been read. So yeah, it was a luck for me finding this. Again, I don't know much about it, but it's set around a house, and it's, I think, a thriller, but it's going to be very gothic because it's set in the 1900s, and I'm really intrigued to delve into this during the autumn season. And I've picked it to read during autumn because, as you can see, the foiling on the cover are leaves falling. So definitely set in autumn, especially with that cover. And the final book on this list, it's not an extensive list. These are just books that screamed autumn to me, books that I want to read. And this is one I tried to read last year, soft DNF'd it, put it back on the shelf, and that is The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. This is like maybe the last Grady Hendrix book that I need to read, and it's taken me ages to get to it. Like I said, I soft DNF'd it last year, wasn't really feeling it at the time, so knew that it was something I was going to come back to. And this is around a group of mums who have this book club, and there is a vampire who enters in their town, and they kind of band together to try and get rid of this vampire that is causing hell within their small town. A lot of people really love this book. They say it is quite triggering, but it's an interesting read. And I did try it last year, like I said, but wasn't in the mood. Only got to like, I don't have it in there. Maybe only got to like chapter 2 or something like that. And yeah, so I'm hoping that this one is going to be easier to get through this year. And it is a vampire based story, so definitely one for autumn. And hopefully it's going to be a decent read. I do usually enjoy Grady Hendrix. There's only one book of his that I haven't enjoyed. And I'm in the minority for that book, which is My Best Friend's Exorcism. Loads of people love that, but I just didn't enjoy it. But that as a stat in itself is kind of good for Grady Hendrix. It means that I mostly enjoy his writing. So this one should be a book that I enjoy, and you may see this one again in another upcoming video during the autumn season, probably in October time, but that's if I get to it by then. There you have it. Those are the books that I hope to read during the autumn season to get me into the spooky mood. For me, the autumn season or the spooky season starts right after my birthday. That has already come and passed, so I am right in the spooky feels. I've already gotten out my spooky decor, so I'm really delving into the spooky vibes already. And so these books will be stuff that I read from September through to the end of November. So that is all I have for you today. Let me know in the comments what you plan to read for the spooky season. I would love to know. And let me know if you've read any of these books as well. Do let me know your thoughts and if you think I will enjoy those. So I guess until next time, keep your pages turning and embrace the darkness. Bye!